Goeiemôre kinders, ek hoop dat julle is goed. Good morning children, I hope that you are well. Vandag ons doen klanke en lees. Today we are doing klanke en lees. Ons doen 'n rympie en verkleinwoorde. We are doing a poem and diminutive. Diminutive means small. Now ons rympie, our poem. Dit sê, lees met my, read with me. Tree, o tree, tree, o tree, hoekom is jy lui? Why are you lazy? Jy sit net tuis, you sit at home, and speel met jou meis, and play with your mouse. Ons lees dit, we will read it. Tree, o tree, tree, o tree, hoekom is jy lui? Why are you lazy? Jy sit net tuis, you sit at home, and speel met jou meis, and play with your mouse. Nou ons praat op die rympie. Now we will talk about the poem. Dit is 'n kort rympie. This is a short poem. Daar is kort sinne. There are short sentences. Daar is enigste 4 lyne in die rympie. There are only 4 lines in the poem. Die eerste en tweede lyn rym. The first and second line rhymes. Because at the end of the sentences, let's say tree and lay. Tree and lay, they both rhyme because they have the same phonic sound at the end. Die derde en vierde lyn rym. The third and fourth line rhymes. We have taste and mace. Because we have the same phonic sound at the end, that means now that they rhyme. Leestekens van die rympie. Punctuation from the poem. Die uitroepteken is vir klem. The exclamation mark is for the emphasis. Die vraagteken is om 'n vraag te stel. The question mark is to ask a question. Die komma is die voortsetting van 'n sin. The comma is to show continuation of a sentence. That means that the sentence is going on to the next line. It's still continuing. It has not ended. Nou ons praat ons elke lyn. Now we will talk about each line. Die eerste lyn sê, tree, o tree. Tree, o tree. Die meisie se naam is Vrae. The girl's name is Vrae. Die verteller praat met haar. The narrator is talking to her. Die verteller is die persoon wat die rympie vertel. The narrator is the person who tells the poem. So our narrator, our person that's telling the poem, is talking to Vrae. Hoekom is jy lui? Why are you lazy? Die verteller vra haar. Hoekom is jy lui? The narrator is asking her, why is she lazy? Jy sit net tuis. You sit at home. Al sy doen is sit net tuis. All she does is sit at home. En speel met jou meis and play with your mouse. Sy het 'n troeteldier, dat is 'n meis wie sy enigste speel met. She has a pet mouse. Troeteldier is a pet that she plays with, that she only plays with this mouse. Nou ons doen die vrae. Now we will do the questions. Ek verlees die vrae en jy moet antwoord. I will read the questions and you must answer them. Nommer 1. Wat is die meisie se naam? What is the girl's name? Is sy aktief of lui? Is she active or lazy? Number 3. Waar sit sy? Where does she sit? Number 4. Waarmee speel sy? What does she play with? Number 5. Is die mens haar troeteldier? Is the mouse her pet? Nou ons doen die antwoorde. Now we will do the answers. Let's see if you remember the correct answers. Number 1. Wat is die meisie se naam? What is the girl's name? Die meisie se naam is Vrae. The girl's name is Vrae. Number 2. Is sy active of lay? Is she active or lazy? Sy is lay. She is lazy. Number 3. Waar sit sy? Where does she sit? Sy sit net thuis. She sits at home. Number 4. Waarmee speel sy? What does she play with? Sy speel met sy meis. She plays with her mouse. Number 5. Is die meis haar troeteldier? Is the mouse her pet? Ja, die meis is haar troeteldier. In jou werkboek vir Dinsdag, in jou workbook for Tuesday, dit sê klanke en lees. It says phonic and reading. Lees die volgende rympie en beantwoord die vrae. Read the following poem and answer the question. So the same poem that we just read now, there are some questions that you are going to read and you are going to answer them. Nou ons doen verkleinwoorde. Now you will be doing diminutive. Diminutive means you want to make the word small. Okay. Now when we make a word small, we add I, ki, or ki. We add the I, the ki, or the ki to the end of a word to make it small. Okay? So we add either one of these three. One of them can be used at the end of the word to make it small. When we have the alphabets F, J, K, P, and S, at the end of the word, it takes an I-E. It takes the E. So if you have a word that ends in any of these letters here, you will add an E to it, the I and the E. Okay? When we have the alphabets D or T at the end of the word, it takes a ki. The ki without the T in front of it. The ki without the T in front of it. So it's just going to be the J-I-E. Any other alphabet at the end of the word will take a ki with the T. So any other word that you have that ends with any other letter besides a D, a T, a F, J, K, P, or S. For example, if it ends with a B, it will have T, J, I, E at the end. Okay. Let's do some examples. On te doen voorbeelde. Voorbeelde met die E. Examples with the E, the I-E. We have neus, which is our nose. Skaap, which is our sheep. Graaf, which is our spade. And a cook, which is a cake. So if we look at the end of these words, the letters at the end, we have the S, the P, the F, and the K. So these words are going to take an I-E, the E at the end of all of them to make it small. So it will be neus becomes neesie. Skaap becomes skaapie. Graaf becomes graafie. Cook becomes cookie to make all these words small. No answering the ki without the t. Now we will do the ki without the t. Okay, so if the word ends with the D or the T, we'll only add J-I-E. So hond, which is our dog, mat, which is our mat, mond, which is our mouth, and cat, which is our cat. So all these words end either with a D or a T. So it will only take a J-I-E. There is no T, okay? So our words are going to now be hond becomes hond ki without the T. Mat becomes mat ki. Mon becomes mon ki. Kat becomes kat ki. Remember I told you all before in term 2 that you can't put two T's next to each other. So we only have the one T. Okay. No answer doen voorbeelden met die T. Now we will do examples with the T. So it will be T-J-I-E. So we have Sien, which is a boy, Mier, which is wall, and Ale, which is an owl. Now all these letters are different compared to the ones we already had. So these ones will now take the T-J-I-E. So our words then become Sien becomes Sien ki. Meer becomes meer ki. Ale becomes ale ki. But these ones have the T because there's no D or T at the end here. It has different alphabets. So it will take the T-J-I-E. Vir ons werkboek, ons doen die verkleinwoorde vir Dinsdag. For our workbook, we will be doing the diminutive for Tuesday. So you are going to choose whether you're going to add the IE, the JIE, or the TJIE to the following words. So you have spier, kat, skaap, hond, kraan, and roos. Now you need to make the words small. You need to fill in the diminutive. So you must write skier and then write which ones you are going to choose to add the IE, the JIE, or the TJIE. So you are rewriting the word and you're going to add the IE, JIE, or TJIE to make the word small. Nou kinders, pas die volgende woorde na die prentjie. Now children, match the following words to its pictures. In die blok ons het die woorde kat, which is cat, boom, which is tree, mat, which is mat, and lig, which is light. Now we are going to look at all these words and we need to match them to the pictures in the table. So the first picture is a tree, which is a boom, so we are going to write boom. The second picture is light, so we are going to write lig, which is light. The third picture is a cat, so you're going to write cat. And the last picture is a mat, so you are going to write mat. Then in die derde blok skryf elkeen alfabet soos jy sê die klanke vir die woord. In the third block, write each individual letter so that you say the sound of the words. So the first word was boom, so you can write b, o, m to make boom. Dan jy skryf, you write lig, g, lig, light. Kat, kat. Mat, mat. So in this last column here, you are writing each individual letter. In your werkboek, Dit sê pas die woorde na die prentjie, dan skryf in die derde blok, skryf elkeen alfabet soos jy sê die klanke vir die alfabet. Match the words to the pictures, then write in the third block each individual letter so that you say the sound of the letter. I did the first ones for you, which is the picture of the ball. So it's ball. And then in the third block, you're going to write B-A-L to say the word ball, which is ball. Nou kinders, ons doen skryf. Now children, we will do writing. Ons onderwerp is ons gaan strand toe. Our topic is we go to the beach. Laat ons lees die story met me. Read the story with me. Ons gaan strand toe. We go to the beach. Die gesin pak hulle tasse. The family packs their bags. Hulle klim in die kar en ry strand toe. They get in the car and drive to the beach. By die strand, die kinders trek hulle swemklere aan. At the beach, the children put on their swimming clothes. Die kinders swem in die see. The children swim in the sea. Hulle bou sandkastele. They build sandcastles. Die gesin gaan huis toe. The family goes home. As ons gesien, die storie in die blokke is nie in die korrekte orde nie. If we look at the block, we can see that the story is not in the correct order. As the first block says, by die strand, die kinders trek hulle swemklere aan. At the beach, the children put on their swimming clothes. And die laaste block sê, hulle klim in die car en ry strand toe. They get in the car and drive to the beach. So all these pictures and the story from what we read is not in the correct order. So now we need to write the story all over again, but this time we need to put it in the correct order. Nou ons sit die story in die correcte orde. Dan dit met me. Now we are going to put the story in the correct order. I want you all to do this with me. So what was the first thing that happened in the story? Did they go to the beach and put their swimming clothes on? Did they pack their bags? Did they go home? Did they swim in the sea? Did they build sandcastles? Or did they drive to the beach? Very good, children. The first thing that they did was they packed their bags. Die gesin pak hulle tasse. Baie goed. Dan, wat doen die gesin? Then what did the family do? Die tweede dinge was, hulle klim in die car en ry strand toe. They get in the car and they drive to the beach. That was the second thing that happened in the story. Dan die derde dinge. By die strand, die kinders trek hulle swemklere aan. At the beach, the children put on their swimming clothes. Die vierde dinge. Die kinders swem in die see. The children swim in the sea. Die vyfde dinge. Hulle bou sandkastele. They build sandcastles. En die laaste dinge wat die gesin gedoen, die gesin gaan huis toe. And what was the last thing that they did? The family went home. So now if we look at our numbers here, now we can see that our story is in the correct order. Nou ons kyk die story. Now if we look at the story, dit is in die correcte orde. It is in the correct order. Nummer 1, die gesin pak hulle tasse. Nummer 2, hulle klim in die kar en ry strand toe. Nummer 3, by die strand, die kinders trek hulle swemklere aan. Nummer 4, die kinders swem in die see. Nummer 5, hulle bou sandkastele. En nummer 6, die gesin gaan huis toe. In jou werkboek vir Dinsdag, in jou workbook vir Tuesday, jy moet dit skryf. You must do writing. It says, skryf die volgende storie in die regte orde en dra 'n prent vir elke sinne. Write the story in the correct order and draw a picture for each sentence. So if we look in our block here, we have our story. It says, ons swem in die water, ons gaan huis toe, ons ry strand toe, ons pak ons tasse om in die strand toe gaan, ons eet 2 broodjies en drink kooldrink agter ons swem. Now this story is not in the correct order because you don't swim and then you go home and then you drive to the beach and then you pack your bags for the beach and you eat your sandwiches. So what I want you all to do is you're going to look at the story and you now are going to write it in the correct order. So what do you do first? What do you do second? And what do you do third? After you write down your sentences in Afrikaans, you are going to draw a picture for each one of them. So for example, if the first one is ons ry strand toe, we drive to the beach, then you're going to write ons ry strand toe here, and then you are going to draw a picture of you and your family driving to the beach. Okay? Dit is die einde van ons les. This is the end of our lesson. Moenie vergeet jou werk om te doen nie. Don't forget to do your work. And for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you will see that some of the work is there again that we did today. So, you must use these lessons to help you for the work for the other days. Tot ziens, kinders. Goodbye, children.